はい、こんにちは。
Hi, hello. Science has developed. In cosmology, 2,500 years ago, when Aristotle was looking at the sea, the sail tip of a ship coming from the other side became visible from the tip, and gradually, it turned into a sail, and he could see the whole thing. When he saw this, he discovered that the Earth was round. This was the beginning of the heliocentric theory that the universe revolves around the Earth. On the contrary, in the days of Galileo and Ptolemy, they were bullied for chanting that the Earth was one of the planets orbiting the Sun. Later, in Newton's time, this became a commonplace idea. Newton created the sine, cosine, and tangent to measure the angle of the planets orbiting the Sun. That's differential and integral. Also, Newton found gravity. Einstein took that further and said that light was particles. When it comes to the speed of light, for humans' naked eye, the particles are moving, so if you look at the moon from above the Earth, it is in a different time. What you see is a delayed time. So Einstein discovered that we all live in separate times and spaces in the same universe. And, furthermore, from here, Schrödinger discovered that all the information gathered together does not take shape. But Heisenberg said, if there was nothing, there would be no one to observe it, so it would be impossible to know if the state itself existed or not. It's called the uncertainty principle. There has to be a point of view in the empty vacuum. It needs to have a position. But you need time and space. What the body will be like 10 minutes later from that position is uncertain. But there is an infinite amount of information in the empty vacuum. In a parallel universe, if you are here now, 10 minutes later, you will be born in all kinds of patterns. No, from the moment all of you are born. This is the idea of parallel universes. This is where physics also stopped developing. Hawking also wondered what that singularity in which the universe was that started. What's up with black holes? Physics has ended with this much. After all, Hawking also said that the universe of time and space creates itself out of the vacuum, and eventually it ended up being like a line that comes up often in anime comic cartoons. This was the terminal of physics. A single word in physics that comes close to the Lotus Sutra, Mahayana of Buddhism, is Big Bang. The singularity in the empty vacuum, it became to a state of the highest degree of density, and it exploded with a bang. It's a spatial spread. This phenomenon became known as the Big Bang. For the first time, the term, the Big Bang, can be applied to the Buddhist term, Sarvarupa Sandarshana. Then why does this Big Bang happen from the vacuum? What is the empty vacuum? That is, after all, the emptiness, or the nothing of everything is nothing, and then in Upatikadharmaksanti that I often use, the state in which nothing has begun. It's the vacuum before the universe begins for the first time, but it's not complete nothingness, but something that has some kind of energy action. That's where a phase transition, or the Big Bang, happens. Such words also were born. In short, here, out of the empty vacuum, the universe creates itself. That is the concept of vacuum. In other words, the idea that the nothingness equals in Upatikadharmaksanti appeared in physics and science for the first time. The idea that the Big Bang was raised from a vacuum with nothing, time and space was born in it, called phase transition, occurred. This is where the idea of Sarvarupa Sandarshana and nothing of everything is nothing, namely, Upatikadharmaksanti, finally appeared in physics. But why was it born? They don't understand it. They don't know why time and space are created with the power of Sarvarupa Sandarshana from an Upatikadharmaksanti. The word that applies here is what I always say. So that's juki. Juki. This word is the answer. In science, neither Stephen Hawking nor Einstein can find a scientific term, concept, or law that corresponds to the word of juki. Science can't find Juki. Do you understand? In the nothingness of the vacuum before the Big Bang and Sarvarupa Sandarshana, this concept in Buddhism was founded by applying the term Big Bang or vacuum before the universe began. The concept of Sarvarupa Sandarshana, nothing of everything is nothing, and Anuppatikadharmaksanti was founded. Then why did the Big Bang occur in that vacuum? Science has not yet found the cause of this Juki. In addition, before the universe began, the empty vacuum was created in the three-dimensional world when a Tathagata liberated his disciples. In this state, a vacuum is created. And if Jukis are given to his disciples, the force of Sarvarupa Sandarshana will create big bangs, and times and spaces will be born. This is it, but in the end, they found the vacuum where there was nothing. They also discovered nothing of everything is nothing. Why is Sarvarupa Sandarshana caused in it? I mean, they understand that a Big Bang happens and space-time is born. However, the cause of that, they can't find any scientific terms corresponding to liberate his disciples for first of all. Furthermore, science has not yet found this Buddhist term of Shakyamuni Buddha called Juki, which is used to describe the Big Bang. That is why the terms emancipation and Juki have been used. In the same way that science so far has applied the words Big Bang and vacuum before beginning of the universe to the Buddhism words Sarvarupa Sandarshana, nothing of everything is nothing, and Anuppatikadharmaksanti. When science is able to apply new words to the terms emancipation and Juki and find them as laws, this world turns into a Buddha land. That is to say, science was able to find them in scientific terms, ku and Sarvarupa Sandarshana as vacuum before the universe began and the Big Bang. But why was the vacuum created? The words emancipation and Juki, which causes the Big Bang. Science cannot find these two words as concepts of lawfulness. So, the words emancipation and Juki, in addition, nothingness, Anuppatikadharmaksanti before the universe began and Sarvarupa Sandarshana, Big Bang. If these four words are aligned, it is the grand unified field theory. If these four words become one in you, you will understand why the Big Bang was raised in the empty vacuum, and why we are here now. That is to say, your past Tathagata liberated you, and you were given a Juki and raised a Big Bang with the force of Sarvarupa Sandarshana, and he created this space in the empty vacuum. When you realize this, that's when you become enlightened inside. This is the grand unified field theory. They cannot describe the grand unified field theory as either an equation or words. It exists in the language of your inner conviction and understanding. The grand unified field theory exists in the language of emancipation. Yes, do you understand? In summary, you need four laws. One of the most important is the empty vacuum. They found this. There the Big Bang was raised. Sarvarupa Sandarshana. This is what physics found. The vacuum is created when the Tathagata liberates human beings who are his disciples. This word of emancipation has not yet been found in scientific theory. Furthermore, therein lies Juki. They are given Jukis to create the Big Bangs. This concept of Juki has not been found. Sarvarupa Sandarshana and nothing of everything is nothing were found, but emancipation and Juki are not yet. He liberates them to be in a state of a vacuum, and gives them Juki to cause the Big Bangs and create spaces in the empty vacuums. Yes, that's it. Two of these four concepts have been found already. The top two haven't been found yet. Just as today's physics integrates the strong interaction and electromagnetic forces in a set of equations, besides, it looks like they are going to put together a third force, but they can't. They have no idea for the fourth force. These theories are linking with each other. You see it? I will say it one more time. The Big Bang, the nothingness, the emancipation that cannot be found in science and creates it, and Juki. Tathagatas, who emancipate and give Juki in the vacuum. Science can't find this thing called Juki. They were able to find the Big Bang in the vacuum, but they have not been able to find the emancipation in Juki. This is the situation. So when we explain science in Buddhism, we use words like the ones we use now. Yes, that's all for today.